So today is Monday in week 3. I had a really bad headache after school, and so I came home and lay down. So we had drawing class, and I tried to draw an apple, and it looks like it's flat on a table. Yesterday I finally made this for my pens. It's nice. You know, the one that you can pull down. We did some runway training, but a few of my classmates are running Vienna Fashion Week on Friday, so we kind of worked on posture and strutted along a little bit. I haven't been drawing for donkey's years, and it was really interesting to get to know pencils and paper again, and pencil on paper, but I'm not that confident that I can make it work. Next week, the whole week will be project week, where we make our first dress, and we have to draw it, like we have to print something on and think about a design, and the drawing of the drapes and the light and shadow. In other news, I got the Adobe licenses today from school, so I can cut the video in Rush. I'm looking forward to that. It's still sunny outside, but I'm desperately tired and I've got a really bad headache, and yeah, I'm sleeping now. So it's Wednesday morning in the 3rd week, so middle of the 3rd week, and I didn't record anything yesterday and not much on Monday because I started to have a really bad migraine on Monday, and then I couldn't sleep at all Monday night. And on Tuesday I was just completely exhausted and not really capable of much. So I'll show you what we did on Tuesday. We had a pattern drawing class. So firstly we learned how all the lines look. You know, all the lines are wonky, so I really need to do it again. The first thing I did in this class is a complete disaster. Then we learned to draw a skirt from technical drawing with all the measurements and so on and so forth. So we started with this, where everything is on, like all the measurements and how much will get reduced with the darts. And then we drew it a little bit more accurately. So this is on a scale 1 to 4. Homework is do it all again, just to get the language down. We're using this. We're using this for the measurements. It's a little thing. It's a 1 to 4 scale thing. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. And 40 centimeters. Therefore, as long as 10 centimeters on a normal ruler. I can show you. Yeah, there you go, 10 centimeters. And I think that's genius. We also used a French curve for the first time. Then we also had fashion management for the first time, which is like mood boarding type of stuff. We also had to come up with some ideas for next week. We're going to print on it a little bit, not in a fancy way, just with like potatoes or something like that. Just so we're doing something to the fabric. Then we're making a dress out of it, and all the classes come together, and the entire week will just be us making this dress start to finish. We're going to document it as well in groups, and we have different focal points. So ours is color, so the whole week will be entirely different. Today we've got accounting for 3 hours in the morning, and then we've got 5 hours of workshop. And now I still have a headache, and I think I'm just a bit poorly. I need to go to school though, because it's moving so fast, and you would think, okay, well, drawing a skirt is not that difficult. True, but if I miss that, then I need to catch up on that, and it's quite simple thought processes, but I need to still know how to do it. And I'd rather sit in class with a headache than being at home missing everything. And also accounting, it's moving so fast. But yesterday I got home at 5 o'clock and I immediately lay down and had a nice sleep for over an hour until dinner, really. And after that, I went straight to bed. There's not much life happening outside of school at the moment. I'm still a bit unclear about what we are actually doing in fashion management. I think it's researching trends. And next year we will be creating our little collection and how to research the market, and all that is fashion management. And also we're learning to draw these technical drawings. So I don't know exactly what it is that we're doing. We finally got our lockers at school and I'm taking all my stuff. At workshop in the afternoon, we spent some time to design the bags we wanted to make and then build them out of cardboard. Those will be the actual pattern pieces for our bags that we're going to sew in a couple of weeks. This is my finished design in cardboard. It's Thursday again. I don't know how that happened. It's 7:10 and I woke up so early that I now have time to just sit and chat and clear up some mess that I made yesterday. I wrote a timetable so my husband knows where I'm at. And so I know where I'm at in the morning. I covered it in stickers because I can. And then I went to bed. I just left it like that. I've got my own little atelier at home, so now I'm done. My husband's not bothered. These are beautiful. I got them from Etsy at some point. They're just like washi tape type shrubbery leaves. I've had them for years and I completely forgot about them. This is also nice. This slightly different color. They're very pretty. I have no idea why I bought them initially. Oh, this is also cool. I used a bullet journal, which I still love, but I simply don't have time. Now I've got like student planner, which you get for free, the typical ones. So I can write in the homework, I have all the exams and stuff like that, and that works so well. And a bullet journal could never, for me, keep up with that. I used to do a weekly and a monthly. Yeah, just a few spreads and then make them really pretty. Yeah, and that was my downtime and my me time while I was working a job that I did not like that much. But now I love what I'm doing, like my school. And so there's no need for that. Oh, this is also nice. I also put it for bullet journaling. Different things like alphabets. Oh yeah. That type of stuff. Oh, I need to take my laptop. I still have the stickers. They're from the 80s or beginning 90s. It's cool. These ones are so cool. The stripy ones from way back when. I still have time. It's incredible. So yesterday in workshop, we're a little bit ahead of the other groups. We started designing our bags. I, of course, wanted to learn as much as possible and did like all the pleats. And I'm not sure if it will come out like I want. And we'll make it out of calico today, and then I can trial wear it. It's 40 centimeters long, like way bigger than my laptop bag. But I wanted to fit a lot of stuff in, which I now don't need anymore because we got lockers finally. We just took them over. Apparently that is how it's done. We put padlocks on, and I had like this little padlock with a cable, and then I tried it for measure and it opened right up. Apparently these lockers have a construction so they need to be jammed so they can't be twisted, and of course this little flimsy thing is just smoothing itself in and doesn't jam anything. And I've got this thing that nobody needs. A colleague of mine had a pack of 3 and she gave me one of them, so I've got a padlock now. It's not an interesting story. One of my classmates has it on her locker now to reserve it before she can bring her padlock. These are my schminke colors. I've got them here. They fell out, all of them. tomorrow is Fashion Week. There is a show from my school and we're all going and watching it. In draping class, we're lagging behind a bit. We're only just preparing the mannequins. Whereas in workshop, we're already making the mock-ups for the bags. I'm planning on carrying it around with me everywhere and using it as my bag to see what's missing and if I like it like that or if I want to do something else with it. After that, we learned how to sew mitered corners. We did a couple of trial runs. And after that, we learned how to sew buttonholes by hand. And finished our seam finishes. We had to hand them in. They're getting marked. For lunch, we found this awesome restaurant that does nothing but dumplings, and we had meat dumplings. They're so nice with sauerkraut. And then it was already time to go to watch the show of last year's graduates at Vienna Fashion Week.